So you're heading home from college for the first time. Well, I want to tell you, expect a little shift in the roles that people play because remember, your parents still see you as that little 5-year-old they taught to ride a bike, even though you're 20 years old going to college. So, one thing I want to tell you is realize there might be some problems or some hiccups or some sticking points with your parents when you go home when you're coming back from college. One, curfews. Look, you're in college. You're over 18. You can do whatever you want at college, but your parents might still have some rules. They're like, hey, I want you back home, or hey, let us know if you're not going to come back. Make sure you're respecting their rules when you're doing that because honestly, it is their house you're going back to stay in. And honestly, you're only going for a weekend. So you can suck it up like, yeah, mom, I'll be back early tonight. Yes, mom, I'll give you a call. Don't worry. Or maybe just leave on your Light 360 or whatever. Mom, you can just track me there. Something like that. But just realize there's going to be some problems like chores. Hey, you're back home. You need to do your chores. Well, I don't live here anymore, but you're there for the weekend, and sometimes just kind of like suck it up for a bit, do some of the chores, help out mom, respect their rules. It'll make life a little bit easier. But one thing I think is going to be really helpful if you're going to go, especially if this is like you're going back for your first like winter break or your first summer break and you haven't been home for a while, I think it's really important you have a quick and respectful conversation with your parents about the expectations they have for you, but also the expectations you have for them, and talk about how your independence is something that you appreciate and it's something that you've learned in college and you want to have that at home as well. So having that open line of communication is really interesting because how those kind of roles change over time. Also, your interactions with your parents change over time. And if you start to talk to them more like an adult about, hey, you know what, I need some of my independence, what are the expectations? That's very much an adult thing to do. That's going to help you have a better time at home and also might make for a better relationship with your parents as you start to transition from the you see me as the 5-year-old that taught me how to ride my bike to hey, I'm the 20-year-old that has a part-time job and is the president of 2 student organizations and is getting good grades. And that can make life a little bit easier for you when you do go back home. But I will tell you, mom is still going to want you to be back home at like 10 o'clock because, moms are like that.